Exclusive, retiree Mike Hughes, 70, went to his GP with back pain 2 years ago. Tests revealed the former furniture business owner actually had prostate cancer which had spread to his spine. He said, "Look, you've got a tumor on your spine. That was my back pain," he said. Read more. Black ice closes major roads as snow falls on southeast, and while radiotherapy and chemotherapy worked for a while, the cancer returned. More chemotherapy only stabilized the Gold Coast grandfather for a short period, but then he was left with few options. However, his daughter, a scientist, researched a new targeted nuclear medicine treatment. He was accepted to travel to Sydney to have the treatment, lutetium PSMA, injected. Read more. John Farnham in ICU, cancer removed from mouth, and so far his doctors have said has doing well. It hasn't cured it but has stopped this incredible quick march of it, he said. It will buy me some time, is what they like to say. Hughes has so far spent around $10,000 on 2 doses, after being given access at cost price for compassionate reasons at St. Vincent's Hospital. Read more. Brisbane woman in extreme pain for 6 years as common infection went undiagnosed. The cost of the treatment can be up to $12,000 per dose. Now a submission by clinicians has been made to the government to make the treatment available to all men who need it via Medicare. It's for men with metastatic castrate-resistant prostate cancer, mCRPC0, when treatments like chemotherapy have failed. Professor Louise Emmett, Director of Theranostics and Nuclear Medicine at St. Vincent's Hospital, Sydney, has been using the treatment on patients. She described it as acting as a nuclear warhead on cancer cells which irradiates the cancer. Read more. Nurse urges people not to ignore symptoms after bowel cancer diagnosis. It could help the 3,000 men a year who are diagnosed with this type of cancer. It would cost the Australian government about $8,000 a dose. This is something need to make available, Professor Emmett told 9com.au. If you are not rich or a retired serviceman, then you can't. I don't get the opportunity to treat a lot of men because they don't have the funding. I find that really difficult. She said trials in Australia have showed it's more successful in delaying the time it takes for the cancer to come back. Overseas trials have also found it has improved survival rates, she said. She said it doesn't have as many side effects as chemotherapy, with many men still able to work if they need to. The application to get the treatment funded by the government is being backed by the Movember Foundation. Jane Fisher, Global Director, Cancer Research and Clinical Trials, said Movember has helped fund trials. "We've seen how impactful this treatment can be," she said. This treatment gives them hope and time with their families. Meanwhile, Hughes is hoping continuing with the treatment will give him more time with wife Minnie and grandson West, 3, who lives in New Zealand. "I would love to spend time with him," he said. Read more. Russian paratrooper condemns his country's war. An Australian government spokesman confirmed the application for the treatment had been made. It was discussed at a Medical Services Advisory Committee (MSAC) meeting in July 2022. An application requesting Medicare Benefits Schedule (MBS) listing of lutetium prostate-specific membrane antigen (PSMA) imaging and therapy (INT) for metastatic castrate-resistant prostate cancer was received by the Department of Health and Aged Care from a group of academic specialists, co-sponsored by the Australasian Association of Nuclear Medicine Specialists, AUNS, a spokesman said. A public summary of MSAC's advice for application 1686 will be published approximately 8 to 10 weeks after the meeting. Prostate cancer facts. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer diagnosed in men in Australia and the third most common cause of cancer death, the Australian government says. 1 in 6 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer by the age of 85, with 18,000 cases a year. However, many cases can be successfully treated. Symptoms of prostate cancer include a need to urinate frequently, especially at night, difficulty starting urination or holding back urine, weak or interrupted flow of urine, painful or burning urination, difficulty in having an erection, painful ejaculation, blood in urine or semen, frequent pain or stiffness in the lower back, hips, or upper thighs.